Welcome to The Rundown. It is Tuesday, September 10th, and we are brought to you by DraftKings. TD, Tutty, taking the house in for 6. Whatever you call a touchdown, one thing's for sure. Touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. On the ground, in the air, from the special teams or defense, we don't care how they score them. We just want to bet on touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your bet today. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $250 in bonus bets instantly and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code RUNDOWN. That's code RUNDOWN. For new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. That's an amazing deal. Definitely check it out now. Jets vs. 49ers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is great. I love to be here for this talk.
I watched the tape this morning. First things first, Aaron Rodgers survived.
That's true.
He did not get shot.
I don't think the film needed to tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know,
That's we all knew that last
You're
night.
not wasting your time there, really.
yeah. But no, the one thing in this game that I'll talk about, honestly was encouraging on the Jets situation. The Jets defense looked terrible, but the difference in time of possession is huge when looking at this game. The 49ers had the ball for 38 minutes and 21 seconds, I'm pretty sure it was, and the Jets had it only for 21 minutes, and that's counting the 7 minutes of garbage time they had in the fourth quarter. So the Jets only had like 14 minutes of actual runnable offense, and their defense was just getting ragged on for 38 minutes, which kind of explains how badly they played. Like, the situation was basically from the whole second quarter into, most of the third quarter, the Niners held the ball, picked away with 18 points of field goals, so they made 6 stops to get them the kick on third down.
Wow, that's a weak victory.
It's a weak victory, but they only let up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, all right.
You just explained. I appreciate you watching film.
Their defense got fucked up.
I appreciate you
tired.
watching. As a Patriots fan, I appreciate you watching the film to tell me that the Jets got their asses kicked. But the 49ers have done that. That's their brand of ball.
I know.
It's time of possession. I mean,
it was death by a million paper cuts. It was these little plays, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards here or there.
Converting on third downs.
The Jets' defensive line is an issue. It's a real problem.
So you know what? I don't think it's as big as an issue as people are thinking.
Oh, no?
You know why? You know why? Because if you looked at the defenses they were playing, no, seriously, they were playing a lot of like amoeba type stuff, which is like at some like running downs, they'd have 3 guys down, but a lot of hovering linebackers to put pressure. Jordan Mason is a downhill running back. He is actually a much different running back than Christian McCaffrey, of course, but he's like a bruising back. So he's going to get those 5 yards,
Billy,
but he might not break.
there were lanes that were the size of 5-lane highways.
But you know what?
My scrawny old ass could have run down that field.
But listen to this. That game plan with the linebackers off the line, trying to give pressure in different ways, would have been a better way to play for Christian McCaffrey. So what I'm saying is,
then adjust.
But do you not think they have the personnel then at the defensive line to play a different formation?
Right, but if they're game planning the whole
they need to adjust. They have a halftime.
They made adjustments.
Robert Sala's whole thing is to be a defensive coach.
But they made adjustments.
They didn't do dick. At halftime, they came on the same offensive plan, which is shit.
I know, but they made adjustments.
And you know what?
When were all the touchdowns?
Jordan Mason's still running like a motherfucker on the whole second half, too.
No, but I'm just saying, honestly, this whole Jordan Mason thing at the last second, I think was tactical.
Of course it was an tactical. If you think the idea that because the Jets game plan for Christian McCaffrey and they snuck in Jordan Mason and that's why we lost that game, then you need to watch the tape.
That's not the only reason. I have to say, the offense, even though they had a couple drops, a couple miscues, in the 14 minutes that they had operable was pretty decent.
Breece Hill couldn't run. Breece Hall, I was going to talk. Breece Hall couldn't run. I think he's a very good player. I love the player. Yesterday was not his best game.
Right.
14 minutes also tells me that they weren't really converting.
I mean, there were some miscues, but the Niners were able to bleed a shit ton of clock.
But they have been doing this forever. They don't just do it.
That's the good news.
They also,
that's the good news.
You're bringing up like Jordan Mason, how he's a different runner than Christian McCaffrey. Agree. But the 49ers have also made Super Bowls without Christian McCaffrey as a running back.
I know.
They're just an effective running team. It doesn't matter who's in the backfield.
And their offensive line is
it's their offensive line. It's not the difference of the running backs, in my opinion. The blocking is.
I'm not saying the whole thing like this is the only thing. I'm just giving like some reasons why the 49ers outcoached the Jets.
No, they didn't.
Outplayed, they outpushed.
The ones, if you want to take positives, the one positive was I thought Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
He can't move. He's not mobile anymore, apparently. But
But
he was accurate. He was his release point was pretty quick. I thought Garrett Wilson made a couple of nice connections. Lazard wasn't lifeless for the first time in his Jets career. So there were some positives. The next 4 games are very easy, I think. No offense. You got teams.
Risky teams.
Got teams like the Titans.
Yeah.
The Patriots. The Broncos, the Vikings. I think those are all winnable games. Yesterday was a game I had as an L in the schedule when it came out. San Francisco might be the hardest game on the schedule all year.
Right.
So we lost. All right.
For the hardest game.
Absolutely. We lost. I think we're going to go out and beat the Vikings on Sunday. If we lose that game, the Jets lose on Sunday, I'm panicked. But I'm not there yet.
I got to ask you.
The
Patriots is 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
We'll catch it down, man.
Yeah.
That's a Thursday night game, too, by the way.
I will say this, though, for the Jets. I do think that, week 1 overreactions are always going to be there.
Yeah.
But to see how far away you guys from the NFL elite, had to be.
I don't think we're that. I mean, what does that mean to be that far away? It's one game. It's a tough game. It's our first game. Are we in the level of the Ravens, Chiefs, Niners? No.
Yeah.
But are we drastically far? I don't know yet. I don't know.
I don't know where you guys will be by the end of the year comparatively.
Yeah.
But going into this year, you get Rodgers back. You have all this talk about the defense. The defense absolutely gets ran through last night. They could have stopped a nosebleed.
It was so disappointing.
And this could have been way worse, Billy.
That was the only thing I wasn't accounting for, was that I thought the defense, the past 2 years, even though they've been playing with a terrible offense, the defense was always keeping them in game.
Absolutely.
And keeping it low scoring. So, I was thinking, but the stuff that I was scared about, which was the offense, looked good. The defense being let down, I'm almost less worried about because I know that they can get to a certain level of play.
I think the biggest takeaway for you guys last night should be the Rodgers-Wilson connection, I think, is elite.
Yeah.
Coaching can really hold you guys back.
You think
I can't defend Salah. I can't defend Hackett. I can't defend them because they've given me nothing to defend, and I'm starting to wonder, how long will Aaron Rodgers stick his neck out for these guys? And should he be sticking his neck out for these guys?
Now you're in a situation with Salah. What is it, year 3, year 4?
Yeah, year 3.
Where if you lose a game, again, like you said, probably 4 winnable games that you look at in the beginning of the season, where you're we have to win these. You lose 1 or 2 of these.
We come out of that stretch with 2 and 3.
Yeah.
What then?
Then the locker room starts being fuck, Salah's not our guy. The locker room can get a little broken. Well, you saw even the locker room last year started to fray with Salah. It's set up pretty bad.
It's just the defense. If the defense needs to get their shit together. Also, crazy to see how well Sam Darnold played for the Vikings.
But I don't mind. See, I'm rooting for him. He also went to the Panthers. They cut him loose. The Niners, they cut him loose. So, he's not.
Me and Clemmer have talked about this on Pick Central. Sam Darnold, is he a great quarterback that will elevate bad talent around him? Probably not. Is he a quarterback that has never played with the weapons that he is playing with right now in the Vikings?
Absolutely.
This is the first time he is. He might not be able to make players around him better, but he for sure
keep Justin Jefferson good.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. This is the first time in his career he's playing with legit guys. Last year with the 49ers, probably started one game because of injury. Yeah, exactly. But
you know who I think is going to get benched and who's going to get a second shot?
You hear it.
I think Bo Nix is going to get benched, and then we're going to get Zach Willie.
That won't go well for him.
I want to see
Zach Wilson. I think Sam Darnold. Also, I just like Sam Darnold more. I root for him more. I think Zach Wilson is.
You got to.
He's a waste. He's trash.
He looked good in the preseason. I know it's preseason.
Throw him away.
I'm with Billy. I would love to
throw him in the trash.
This season could look on paper. If everything we just said hypothetically is true, if the Jets somehow fray out and this is a disaster, and Zach Wilson gets a second shot on the Broncos, or they get traded to the Packers, and you got Sam Darnold balling out, you got Zach Wilson balling out, and you guys are just stuck at 7-9. That is a nightmare. And these are all hypothetical, so it'll probably not happen. I think Jets fan or non-Jets fan, that's a funny ass situation.
It is.
It's not funny.
I'm just
you're just trying to get yourself erect here. You just want a hard on for the show. That's all.
And also, I know that you kind of look at me like I'm crazy. He kind of believes it.
He believes anything.
He kind of done
No,
this.
but I'm just saying, if you've like thrown a football before,
Tell me this unicorn's flying. He's like, oh really?
No, you would like. Tell me if I'm wrong. If Zach Wilson was good, you would kind of like to be like, yeah, I was right.
I still think I'm
kinda
right.
like that more
Everyone
than-
clowns you, but the thing is,
Yes.
you can just do
He
things
sucks.
with the football that other people can't.
Yeah, like
you should get traded.
Like throwing
the other
interceptions.
team.
Yeah, throw
Right, that's what he's
Did he
doing.
get traded to the Packers?
No. Let's.
Okay, I think he should.
Off the football
I
takes.
like the Packers.
I'm going to talk to you about another sponsor, Proper Wild. Deliciously juicy energy shots and energy gummies that deliver the perfect boost whenever you need to wake up and stay fun. No weird ingredients, just good, clean caffeine. Best-selling flavors are peach mango, strawberry kiwi, and blackberry. 4 to 6 hours of energy, 6 times more caffeine than a shot of espresso, 5 times more caffeine than a shot of espresso. Use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. Now we're going to get to a very serious issue in our nation. Tyreek Hill's body cam footage released. Not his body cam, he didn't have one, but the police body cam. I'm just going to say it. Fucking Tyreek was being a dickhead before he got pulled over.
Well,
He was
after he got pulled
going-
over. He was
He
absolutely.
revved his, so like, say what the officers did, they definitely roughed him up. And, our officers, but Tyreek was also being a dickhead. If Tyreek just came out and said, yeah, I was getting amped for the game, I was speeding, I was fucking zipping around, and I got pissed off. I got pissed off when I got pulled over, don't they know I'm fucking Tyreek Hill?
All right, well, that would be a weird answer. That would be a horrible answer.
Those guys,
Sir, why were you
Don't they know I'm Tyreek Hill?
Why were you going 80 and a 30?
Well, don't you know who I am? I'm Tyreek Hill.
I used to speed going to games, on the highway. I was like, fuck
weird.
yeah, let's go.
So bizarre.
That's not bizarre. You're listening to music.
I'm breaking the law because I'm so pumped for my football.
so
That is totally a thing.
Williams versus Amherst. Let me go 80 in a school zone.
No. That was in high school. We took buses to games. No, but he shouldn't have gotten roughed up as bad. But I had a whole it's sucks he got so badly roughed up right before the game, and technically the cops totally overreacted. But he pretended like he was gonna run from the cop by revving his engine before he pulled over to the side.
His behavior sucked.
Can we just? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We all agree on that, right?
I think that just both parties were wrong and assholes, and they
agree.
both looked really bad. And
And I'm actually more upset about the police because I hold the police to a higher standard than Tyreek. I think Tyreek Hill is a bad person.
couldn't have happened to a better person, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill is a bad guy. Look at his record, look at it, go through it. He's a bad human being.
Speak for yourself.
But the police need to hold themselves to a higher standard. They need to, it must be very difficult doing that job. You have to deal with all sorts of people, all sorts of walks of life. Always feel like there's probably a threat. It's got to be a really scary job. But the reason that we respect police is because they do hold themselves to a higher standard. They need to do a better job here. They dropped the ball here. But Tyreek Hill, I'm sorry, I can't really go to war defending him. I just think he's a scumbag.
If you want to, get on your way and get to your game, when the cop says, "Why were you speeding? Why is your seatbelt off?" Going, "Why are you banging on my window?" That's not the best way.
No.
And then when he gets pulled up, the cop should have shown restraint. But that's just ridiculous.
Aren't cops supposed to I don't know?
Imagine if there was a video of me responding to a cop like that. Everyone would be like, "You fucking douchebag."
Yes, they would, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, why would it be you? Why imagine a video of you doing that?
Why are we comparing you
How
to
about
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, how about anybody doing that? You would say that guy's a douchebag. It doesn't need to be you.
No, but
Cops are supposed to also de-escalate the situation.
Correct.
Which I feel like they escalated it.
I
mean,
agree.
I also personally, again, I'm kind of making I don't think Tyreek Hill's a good person, so I really didn't give a fuck. To be I know I should if it was in any other situation, I'd probably feel stronger about it. But from the cops' take, it's I think they were escalating a situation that didn't need to be escalated.
hot
Couldn't agree
take.
more.
Do you think that they were trying to cuff him and get him off his feet because they thought he might run away?
No, I think
They
they
couldn't
were.
catch him.
No, I think they were just demonstrating
I'm just
power
saying.
that they didn't need to do, and like you said, making
I'm
the
just
situation
saying.
Worse.
And also, by the way, last night on the stream, we showed Frank the Tank.
They wouldn't be able to catch him.
Of the cop that got arrested Tyreek, and it said Bill's Mafia.
And Bill's the Mafia.
And Frank was like, "Are you kidding me right now? Who's he followed by?" We were like, "Josh Allen." He's like, "Oh my God." Completely bought it at first.
Yeah, police. I think they could have done a better job, and also have some respect when the police pull you over. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neither side
Also,
look great here.
I get legally he's allowed to roll his windows up once he gives his stuff to the cop, but if you have a tint that's dark and the cop can't see into your car, that's what the cop. You could have the cop has no idea what's going on in your car.
Also, just having respect for someone doing their job, man. This guy probably deals with a lot of shit every day. Just yes, sir. No, ma'am.
Also, you're driving.
Why make it a
Ferrari?
Yeah,
You're driving a Ferrari.
Do you have any legal takes on this?
Actually, I have a bunch of lawyers who are arguing about it.
I knew he had this.
No. So, basically, technically, everything the cops did was legal because he did not abide by their commands, and they had justified reason. You could argue that them knocking him down to the floor was excessive force, but they asked him to sit down.
Now, is this from your lawyer?
No, this is from. Then there's another guy being like,
his lawyer.
They're both my lawyers technically.
Okay.
How many lawyers do you have, Billy?
Well, he needs one clearly because he's going to be in a situation like this.
Don't you know who
you need to be prepared for all situations.
Know who I am?
Yeah.
So if you get caught speeding, would you let's just say next weekend? Would you lie and be like, "Sorry, I was going to Meadowlands for my football game," and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, word."
Sorry, I'm Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
no.
Is that you're out?
No, I literally be like, "I'm so sorry, officer. I didn't realize what the speed limit was.
So you would treat them with respect and be polite.
Yeah, I literally got a speeding ticket in Utah, and in Utah the speed limits are crazy because you can go 80. 80 is the speed limit, so you can low-key get away with 90, but then sometimes they change from 80 to 60 really fast, and I paid the ticket, it's all good, and I was going 90, and then I hit a 60, and then I didn't realize that they had pickup trucks that were cops in Utah. Then they flipped around and they were chasing me, and I was like, some guy's on my ass, I guess I gotta speed up, and then they lit me up. And they got me, and then these two cops popped out either side. They were running to the car because I had out of state plates. So they're like, "Is this some guy on the run who came out all the way to Utah from the East Coast?" And they're like, "Sir, what are you doing in Utah, and why were you going that fast?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just literally going national park, and got confused with the speed limits. They're sometimes they're 80. He's like, "Do you know what the speed limit here is?" I was like, "I have no idea. I thought it was 80." He was like, "It's 60." I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, sir." That's all you got to do.
Yeah, just say that or you're going to a football game.
Right.
Either works. Either works.
That's fine.
Well, speaking of other great people, Deshaun Watson sued again for sexual assault incident from 2020. Deshaun Watson has been sued again for an alleged incident in October 2020. It's being accused, sexual assault and battery while on a date. So this is a different habitat of not a massage parlor or massage room. This is a date.
Yes.
So
this is at this woman's apartment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The language of Watson's contract does make it possible for the Browns to get out of paying him the full $230 million he's owed. Oh yeah, I'd find someone.
A lot of zeros there.
Yeah. People debating whether or not the Browns should cut Watson immediately and start Jameis Winston the rest of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. This. I mean, Deshaun Watson, obviously, bad guy. Another one. This makes things complicated because now, before Deshaun Watson got away with a lot of stuff because he was very good at football, and now maybe he's not. And I think you're going to see less and less teams, anyone, kind of standing in the way of him getting cut. This might be the end of the road for Deshaun.
Look, I'm going to get ahead of this one. Okay. I haven't read fully into the report or anything. Do you have a take on this?
It's pretty trouble.
And what it sounds like very serious.
Yeah.
He was at a date with this woman, and then he asked her to. He was upset with her. She's in the bathroom doing her makeup. He goes into her bedroom, takes off his clothes, gets completely nude without any consent, asks her to massage his ass.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's like, no thanks. And then he, according to this woman, then he sexually assaulted her.
And you
after he.
Yes.
You nailed it too.
Massage fiend.
him being good at football might have had the Browns backing with lawyers and everything in 2020. Now, the Browns might be helping the woman and not the football player, which I think he kind of nailed.
Low key, they may have signed him to this deal knowing that if it doesn't go well, they can pull out this lawsuit.
Well,
that's putting on tinfoil cap.
I disagree with that completely because they did not need to give him guaranteed money. I think you're way off base there. I think that's not what happened
Do
at
they
all.
have to sue it? Do they have to give him the guaranteed money with this?
Well, this finally is a way for them to get out of that contract, but they never need. They signed that contract after these allegations came out.
It was crazy.
Massages.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, they might have had an allegation in their back pocket.
I don't think anyone.
We're not going to pay you anymore.
Korma is biting the Browns in the ass for just being like bad people to sign Deshaun Watson for that money after.
Know how
Baker's balling out.
Truly,
yeah, Baker's
like
sick.
there's a lack of humanity when you're like, I'll protect you.
Right.
If you play football good.
Good, yeah.
When you don't play football good, you're on your own. I don't care what you do. Like that's where it's like, wow.
100%. You nailed this segment, Clemmer. You nailed. This might be your best take you've had.
There's a real moral issue, obviously, with sports and kind of what how much rule people get away with. And I think we're seeing the Emperor have no clothes with Deshaun Watson.
Well,
And I hate to say it, this aside, you erase this. You're also already having a debate. Should Jameis Winston go in?
Yeah.
You know this is with or with and.
Without right.
Yeah, and did you guys see also Deshaun Watson has burners out there now? Rumors. There's a rumor that he has a burner account.
Actually,
that's sticking up for himself.
Oh, really?
Calling himself four, being like, you don't know, like what, like four's gonna ball out a new offense. It's not just on
really good guy. Yeah.
Or if he had a different offensive tackle like Trent Williams. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Leroy Bickerstaff?
I think this is it. Yeah, that's.
No.
Yeah.
Guys in the locker room.
He talks about himself like in fours. It's so many too.
Yeah.
So many.
Honestly, I got to consult with my troll farm guy because he might have gotten employed to do this.
Yeah.
Through a.
You think Leroy works for him, maybe?
You think? Oh wow.
Because they promote hype as well. Remember, it's not just.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hype. But it may be through a publicist. It may not be Deshaun Watson.
Part of my take the other day was like, I don't want to botch this quote. They said something along the effects of like, Deshaun Watson is so bad at football that he's almost like, he's such a bad person and so bad at football that he's almost a worse football player than he is as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because he's such a bad football player that and such a bad human being that he's even worse at football.
I'll say these recent allegations put that to the test.
Exactly what I was going to say. I said, this report came out one day too late.
Yeah.
One day too late after recording.
Oh, what would he have to do? Yeah, one day too late.
Because this came out like last night. They released the episode.
But do you know what the scary thing is? He goes and throws 5 touchdowns on Sunday, which he's not going to do because he stinks. The tide turn, and what does that say about us?
It's very nice that he has sucked on the Browns. It has been just for humanity,
right.
like that nobody had to like even Cleveland like you do like the Larry David
yeah.
Like it's been nice that he's just like sucked and everyone agrees on it.
And I feel bad for Browns. Look at how they rallied around Joe Flacco. Browns fans have gone through it. Like,
dude,
Browns fans deserve a better quarterback.
Dude, the fact that Baker is balling out and you could have gotten him for half the money and zero of the allegations. Zero allegations and half the money. Yeah. Oh my God.
Jeez. The guy's addicted to ass massages. Every single allegation's had that in him. It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I just think
no one would ever say Deshaun Watson does not enjoy a good massage.
Yeah.
Is he banned? That's why he's playing so badly, because he hasn't been able to get massages.
That was just like that secret power.
You know, he needs like a shoulder. Like you need imagine like you're like a quarterback needs like a shoulder massage, and Deshaun's like, hey, and he's just like, no. Like,
that's what happened. This one's like, I'll massage your shoulder, and he's like, nope, I want it.
Yeah.
Our next sponsor is JackPocket. Order lottery tickets right from your phone with JackPocket, America's #1 lottery app. Over 540 million in prizes have already been paid out to lucky winners. Powerball, Mega Millions, and all other official state lottery games. Best of all, new customers get your first lottery ticket free using our code BARSTOOL. Download Jackpot now and don't forget to use code BARSTOOL. JackPocket, America's #1 lottery app and official partner of Barstool Sports. Now we get to the Super Bowl halftime show drama. Kendrick Lamar announced he would be performing the Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans this season. The NFL partners with Jay-Z's company Rock Nation to help produce their halftime show, so Jay-Z had a hand in the decision. Nicki Minaj called out Jay-Z in a tweet for snubbing Lil Wayne, whose hometown is New Orleans. The tweet is, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne.
I mean, first off,
I feel like we have the perfect trio to discuss this.
Yeah.
who's to say Lil Wayne won't be in the halftime? Like, he's going to have more guests on, so I'm guessing he'll be there.
For sure.
So, I guess as an old white guy, the strange thing for me was like for most of my life, it was almost like the halftime show was like a career achievement award, like Bruce Springsteen or Paul McCartney or U2.
Yeah, Prince.
And Prince, great, Tom Petty, like another great example.
Petty.
Like they were like that's kind of what it was.
Eminem.
And now it's become more of a artist of the moment, which is interesting. I don't think it's bad or good. I just think it's an interesting kind of shift.
It's like artist of the moment, yes, but like 2 years too late. Or like 3 years. Like,
Kendrick was all like.
Kendrick is popping off right now because of the drama.
Right.
But Kendrick has kind of. Actually, I don't.
Mad City?
Yeah, like
name how many hits,
That's the thing.
mainstream
He
hits
has-
has he had?
he has a
Compared
bunch.
to other halftime
has-
performers, he doesn't have. He's
What?
nowhere near just the number of hits.
If you
and I
look,
like Kendrick Lamar.
I did it
Right.
yesterday. You could play and with like, because he has a lot of features.
Yes.
So like he can
True.
get people as
True.
guests to come on to speak feature songs. Like he's not going to be like humble. You could also like I know people. She won't. Taylor Swift could come on.
She won't. I don't
She won't.
Yeah.
She won't.
Fucking problems actually with Drake. Spin Zone. What if he unites and squashes the beef by bringing Drake?
That would be
with
wild.
Drake, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne all come out.
They all come out.
and it's just like we're making peace.
This beef has gotten so huge where even like old people like me know about it, that you need a platform that big to squash it. Because this is one of the great beefs in music, not just rap, music history.
I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. That song where they all come together, that'd be sick.
That would be wild.
Did Lil Wayne get robbed? I legitimately feel like we're in the meme right now, like the YouTube kids sitting around.
Yeah, no, we should not be.
Did Lil Wayne get robbed from the halftime
I
performance?
feel like we're still gonna see him. I think if they never give him an invite at all, that's kind of fucked up. But like, I think they're going to.
Yeah, I do too. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Shedeur Sanders. Last night, the Colorado quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, tweeted, "New week, let's work." This comes after Colorado's 28-10 loss to Nebraska, where Shedeur went to the locker room with 2 minutes remaining. After the game, he threw his offensive line under the bus, saying, "How many times did Raiola get touched?" Did I pronounce Raiola right?
Yep. Nailed it.
Because I heard him talking, and he said Rail.
You got it, Billy.
Shedeur mispronounced Roll's name. He said like Roll, not Rayola. News also came out that Dion told Colorado's band to not play their fight song after Shedeur throws a touchdown so that they can play Shedeur's rap song over the loudspeaker. That last one, we don't know if it's true because Colorado has only had 1 home game and we haven't seen reports of his rap song being played after his touchdown.
Something to watch for Saturday.
Yeah, we'll look into that against Colorado State. Is it at Colorado?
It's Colorado State at Colorado, right?
Is it at Colorado?
Is that right?
Dude, Colorado
I
State.
was at Colorado last year. Though I remember that 2 a.m. game that everybody was watching.
I
Like,
know.
Dude,
this
I was up till
spread's
4
7.5.
a.m. that game. That was
Colorado's
sick.
favored by 7.5. Is
It's
it?
at Colorado State.
Oh, is that Colorado State? Oh, so there's something not we
Oh.
watch? We can't watch for
Yeah, we
Saturday.
can't watch it.
tune in next week.
Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't understand why Shedeur, you got to understand that Colorado, you're not like a powerhouse yet. Like you're not going to be able to compete with some of these bigger teams. And I know Nebraska historically has not been like a big team. They're hot now.
Historically, they actually have been.
I mean, like in the past 5 years, like you wouldn't throw them in with like,
no, of
Ohio
course.
State,
Of course, it's one of the best programs of all time.
Yeah,
probably, but
not current.
Did you see those 1980s strength room pictures?
They're the
of
first team that
Nebraska?
implemented strength training.
Yeah,
That's why they were so dominant at first.
Nebraska strength.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Shedeur is definitely like the playing the band thing. If that's true, if all things are true, I understand wanting to maybe up Shedeur's like NIL, promote his rap song. It is weird to intermingle that though with tradition.
Yeah.
Which I do not agree with. I get wanting to promote it. I get like trying to do everything, but just doing it for your quarterback, your son, like him wearing the L, clearly not. I think Shedeur, talent-wise, is a top 5 quarterback in the draft next year.
Okay.
Everything else to me though, red flag. He does not implement any leadership qualities right now.
There have been
like
I mean, Nebraska was playing his rap song in the locker.
Right, if you want to play it when he scores a touchdown, other teams are going to play it when they win.
Yes.
Dude, I mean, it's literally just bulletin board material factory. Like, every team's, like, coming to play Colorado hard because they're, like, even, like, the better, like, the teams that they know are going to beat Colorado are like, fuck these guys. Like, let's beat the shit out of them. Almost like coming to play against, because Bama gets every team's best game. Colorado State's getting every team's best game just because fuck these guys. They're wearing $300,000 worth of chain during the game, $3,000 worth of jewelry during the game.
And they're not there yet. Like you said, This isn't Georgia. This isn't Ohio State. This is a team that before the season, the over-under wins for them was 4.5. This is a losing program. Colorado is a losing football team. I know Deion Sanders Sportsman of the Year last year. That's ridiculous. Colorado stinks. They're bad at football. Now, will they be good 5 years from now? I don't know. Deion has a lot of charisma. Maybe he can get people to go there. I don't know. But right now, Colorado sucks. Is that fair? You're more of a college football fan than I am.
No, 100%. I mean, it's a unique situation that's going on in Colorado.
Malik Hunter, right? No, what am I saying? Why am I forgetting his name? Travis Hunter. He's been bailing them out of tons of scoring positions. Like, if it wasn't for him, I don't know what that offense would be doing. You know what I'm saying?
So is he also
it's the skill position players are good at Colorado all around. The quarterback's fantastic. The running backs are good. The wide receiver room's good. The offensive line's not. And Shedeur might hold on to the ball for too long. The offensive line might have some problems. But like at the end of the day, him being like, how many times did Raiola get touched? It's like, dude, take a little bit of accountability. At this point, you're trying to answer these questions like you're in an NFL press room. And you're representing a franchise. Right now, he's representing a program, and everything that's being pinpointed on the program right now is a negative light.
Bro,
it's safe to say, right? And
it's been a horrible PR year for them, right?
This is not helping.
Everything's bad.
He was going into this year as arguably the first quarterback taken out off the board. Now it's like people are starting to talk about like, oh, is it going to be Ewers instead?
Back.
Like and he's doing himself no favors when he should be doing everything he can to push up his draft stock because he might not be on a winning football team.
Yeah,
and it's not his fault.
You're absolutely right.
The dude threw a terrible pick six late across the field that is just to the flat. Late to the flat is like the stupid, like that's a number one thing you don't do. Like, and then it took a pick six.
Not good.
And again, this stuff happens when you're frustrated and you feel like with the offensive line, you're just trying to do too much. Like I understand sometimes being frustrated in situations, but like I don't know. It's more the off-field stuff for him. With me, more than anything else.
That's all you keep hearing. It's all negative.
Why isn't anyone snatching chains? You know? I'm just like, I was like thinking about this, like why don't they, like the NFL, they had the whole chain snatching thing, because I was thinking like why don't NFL players wear as much bling as some of these Colorado guys? And I was like, oh, because there was the chain snatching thing. Like, are these, like, I can't believe none of the college kids have done that to them with all the bling.
You're asking the wrong guys.
Yeah,
like I'm not flashing a watch in my face. I'm gonna be like, I'm ripping that shit off in the
cannot
pile.
explain why people are not snatching chains.
Yeah.
Ask around. Maybe
going from like, why isn't Lil Wayne performing at the Super Bowl to why don't they snatch chains?
Also, why did Tyreek cooperate with police?
Yeah. We really did have back to back.
Why did you give us these topics? It's not our fault. Blame John Rich.
Sports topics, guys.
No, it is. It's just hilarious the way that they ended up.
I love how Billy immediately passes the ball. Blame John Rich.
No kidding.
That's leadership right there.
That's a Shedeur move. That's a Shedeur move.
Hey, don't lump me with him.
Yeah.
How many times did Billy get touched?
Yeah, right. That's a he'd be out there, right.
Next up, we have a little inter-Barstool, outer-Barstool drama war. We got this guy, Dan Bernstein.
Don't call him that. Don't call him
Yeah,
Bernstein.
how dare you? Don't know him.
Bernstein.
All right, Bernstein.
Who wants to see that, especially after you had the ghost pepper?
Horoscope guy, Bernstein?
No. Oh, God, no.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it always has been. You can call me Dan or you can call me Bernsey, but you don't know me like that.
Got it.
Eddie got you. Eddie's there with you.
I didn't even get this because he said, he acts snide about it. Every dude with like a common first name gets called by their last name. Like,
no, his show is called Bernstein
and whatever. Yeah, it's Bernstein's in the name of his show.
Yeah.
And he also asked him to call him by his nickname. Like, I'm so
a 50 to 60-year-old man saying, "Can you call me Bernsey?" No. And by the way, This is coming from a guy named Dukes. At least I'm 26. If I'm 66 years old and I'm like, hey, call me Dukes, punch me in the face.
Hey, you can't call me Clemmer, but you can call me Clumsy. And by the way, Eddie too. Eddie's in the middle of this. Eddie might be the nicest guy we work with in the company. Like,
right.
Like literally a kind person. Kind before I started working, he was very nice. When I, was negotiating my first cut, like could not be a nicer person. And for Bernstein to go off on him is such a shit move. I love that Dave's going all in on this guy. Fucking this
Champagne bottle.
Love it. This guy
I love
sucks.
this guy fucking bull.
I'm gonna spend some. I think they have this radio show, and I don't think they're taking calls today. They can't do that forever. I look forward to calling in and asking Bernstein some questions.
Producers are supposedly like in like some like chat, like they're blocking people. You have to be like subscribed for a certain amount of hours.
I'm sure they look for area codes, or even the Chicago area code. They'll look for that. I know some of their tricks.
And supposedly the guy can't stop looking at his phone, but doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, right. You're right.
This guy's a
fake confusion.
Fucking loser.
Why? What?
And Dave said that he used to be like a normal-ish guy, or like now he's just a complete loony bin.
Eddie said that too. Eddie said he used to be really like beloved in the Chicago area, I guess. I never heard of him. And then the last 10 years or so, he's become an asshole.
I think Big Cat said that he like wanted to model PMT off of like one of his shows. Like he threw that out there. Like he was like very much like a guy that like would have fit in with Barstool and stuff. Like
some of these old guys get bitter.
Is he just
they get really angry.
I heard it's like the Keith Olbermann of Chicago.
Oh, Keith.
Yes.
Who also, by the way, used to be great.
Bro.
And when these guys get in their 50s and 60s sometimes, you either get like gentle or you get like mean.
You promise you won't lose us.
I've gotten like, since I've been in my 20s, I've become like kinder. I cry more now.
Keith Olbermann.
You're still under 50.
I'm still under 50.
When you reach 50, I'm gonna be like
6 more years.
We'll have an intervention. We'll have a check-in.
I'll be such a softie. You'll be like, oh, that's the pussy. That's what he'll say about it.
Dude, so he's Keith Olbermann brain.
It sounds like it.
What's Keith Olbermann brain?
You get extreme left, and you just become.
Fuck! I wanted Billy to explain. I knew what it was.
Right. Sorry,
I knew it.
I spit the bit.
Billy was like, shit.
I have a crazy story.
You can still answer.
I can't tell on air, but a crazy.
You can give out some names, right?
Yeah.
Do allegedly. Speaking of
allegedly.
Yeah.
No, I can't tell you guys.
Okay.
It almost happened.
Oh!
Yeah.
Did Meek Phil Riz up Livvy Dunne?
Can we get Meek on? Meek and Jack?
Meek.
He was peeking over his computer when Livvy walked in.
Meek.
He was like the happiest guy in the world. Look at that fucking smile.
Look how happy she is to be photographed with Phil.
Yeah.
She looks delighted.
But put the third leg
There he
away.
is.
Meek, I know you.
The King of New York here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Meek, you took a picture with Livvy Dunne, who's in the office today. What was that experience like for you?
Did you write notes?
I was starstruck. I thought I played it by accident for a picture, so I was a big fan.
What did you say to her exactly?
I said, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture? After she took a picture with Jack, because she was here for Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Jack.
She was here for the real King of New York.
Jack Mac, who really.
No, not the King of New York, but she was awesome. We shot some videos that'll come out.
Exclusive, right?
Exclusive, yeah. It was quick. I will say, one of the biggest entourages we've seen in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazon, LSU. She had her sister and mom, which was cool. And then some, and then I think her agents they had a crew.
So how did this like? I heard that she's a fan of yours. Is that?
Well, yeah, we've always followed each other for like about a year or so.
Okay.
And I guess she likes my stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. And then we did some videos, and hopefully they'll do well. It was cool. She was cool. And then we got the photo of the day.
So
I need to know that. How did this photo go down?
Yeah.
It was very normal. Like you guys, Meek went up and he goes, "Hey, Livvy, I'm a big fan. Can I take a picture?" There was like a little bit of stumbling, but it wasn't that bad. And she was like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Oh wow.
No, she was very down to take the photo. And then they took the photo, and then then I was like, "Yeah, Meek's a fan of the Mets, but he's a fan of Paul Skeens, obviously, and then she brought up that she was a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
And then Meek, unfortunately, thought of the possibility of Paul Skeens in pinstripes.
7 years.
He didn't say that because it was Meek. Meek helped with a lot of the videos and filming and whatnot. He's in on one of them.
All right.
It was great. Yeah, people got to respect Meek's Riz.
Meek
Good
Riz?
for you.
Did Meek Mill raise up Livvy Dunne?
I didn't
Or
know.
not Meek Mill, Meek Phil.
How many pictures have you taken with a celebrity that came into Barstool? Was that your first?
Maybe the first one.
Yeah,
I
you.
think.
Yeah.
I usually like behave. Well,
No.
Were you acting up? Were you acting up?
That's great.
Where's that hand? wait.
So you
Are you hover
usually
handed?
behave, but with Livvy Dunne you didn't behave.
You didn't
No, I behaved.
You behave.
No, he was. No, it was.
Behave is a bad way
Yeah.
to say it, but like
No, Meek. Can
we blow that picture up?
I think she had a long press tour day, and she liked Barstool the most.
Yeah.
Everybody was great. We did a video with a lot of people. That was also which was great. People. It only took one take. It was awesome. Yeah.
I didn't know Meek had this in him to be such a gentleman and.
Oh no, Meek. If you want to say one thing, it was
Meek.
gentleman. And also
Classic guy. I'm happy for you.
and then also Livvy probably's had a lot of weirdos at shit. Meek was not a weirdo about it all because he waited until it was over, and then he came up and was like, "Hey, Livvy, could I actually take a photo?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Yo, did you when you asked Livvy for a photo, considering this is your first person in the office that you asked a photo for, was this to send to mom? Was this to send to
I sent-
Discord?
Yeah, what was
this?
the-
Who was this?
what was the-
Who
what was
was
the
this
picture for?
going to?
order. I sent it to my mom first. I told her she was coming in today.
Okay.
Your mom like a big
Your mom-
My mom knows Livvy Dunne is Paul Steen's
okay.
girlfriend. I sent it to my sister and I sent it to my group chats. And
What did the group chat say?
they were happy.
Lenny?
Also,
They were happy.
Did Lenny get it?
I didn't see it.
Also, and I will say this was very respectful of me. He was like, "Can I?" He didn't ask can he tweet it, but he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait for Jack to," because we're gonna edit the videos and put them out.
Yeah.
But then he was like, "Oh, I was gonna wait for Jack," and I was just like, "No, actually, just tweet it now." And he tweeted with the tiger emojis.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's great, Meek. I think Meek might be the big winner of the day.
Where does this rank?
Oh, Jack's
no.
the winner today.
No, Meek.
Yeah, Jack was a winner.
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys both get W.
No, Meek with W.
Freak Will.
Clap it up for Jack for giving Meek the alley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the alley on the phone.
Where does today rank Meek on your favorite days of work so far?
Yeah.
Number one.
No.
Whoa. Without any
Whoa.
sort
Yeah,
of-
no, easily number one.
easily number one.
Easily number
and
one.
it's because of Livvy Dunne or because of Pick Central today?
Well, no, it's Livvy Dunne.
Okay.
Not because of you.
What happened on Pick Central?
It was just
The Jets lost.
Jets lost.
Oh my god.
I don't care about the Jets losing.
I know.
I don't root for your misery.
I know you don't. I don't root for yours. I root for your happiness.
I forgot about that. But we're still battling. Clemmer and I are on the same page on the Jets. It's big game this weekend.
Huge game.
Yeah.
They lose this one, we're panicked.
Yeah.
But right
I'm
now?
8% panic meter.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that.
8 to maybe.
Yeah.
People make some good points about Robert Saleh. The defense not looking great. I go up to about 12, 13. But right now I'm at 8.
Yeah.
I mean-
I'm there too.
The defense has played very well the past 2 years in certain situations.
Also, it was an elite
yeah.
offense,
Elite team.
Yeah.
elite team
In San Francisco.
in San Francisco. Tough game. We've waited so long to have a team to have any hope for. Let's just keep it for now.
Meek, what was your panic meter when you were asked Libby for that picture? What was your panic meter?
I wasn't packed at all.
Yeah, what was
You look calm.
What is it?
You took a
Stadium
picture of
pulse?
Jack first. That's why I waited
No,
till
but
after.
you look like you look.
I wasn't gonna ask for a pick unless Jack took a pic with her. That's why.
You could have asked no matter what. I
you
completely
starstruck?
forgot.
Yeah.
But you got to remember,
you
this
don't-
was
but you don't
after
look
we
like
already
that
did. She was. I will say she was really pumped up to be here.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because we've had some. I'm not shocked because Livy's huge. I'm shocked. Is that the most starstruck you've been?
Of someone coming in that I recognize.
Yeah. Yeah. He heard
In
that.
all honesty, yes.
Yeah, that.
Like, I'd have.
That's a little shocking.
I'd have to think about other people that have come in, but that's probably number.
Who's your most starstruck?
Mine's very rare. Mark Wahlberg
That's a good one.
in the elevator, and I was carrying high noons, and he's like, "Where are you going with that?" And I was like, "Where are we going with this?"
Ah,
and
nice.
I don't think he drinks,
he does not.
but he laughed.
Mine's Mike Francesa. Meeting him, growing up listening to him was huge.
I
What was
don't
yours,
know
Billy?
if I
Honestly,
had one.
mine was probably when I was at the old Barstool office. I was 18, and I got in the elevator with Asa Akira, and it was. She asked me if I smoked cigarettes, and I was like, no, and that was it. But like back then.
Then you.
No. Then I was like, is this elevator about to get stuck? No, I'm kidding.
You know what it might have been actually? My first week at Barstool. It's crazy.
It's the
'Cause
early
will
ones.
say
hit
that.
It was my
hard.
coworker at the time, but it was Alex Cooper, and it was right after the Call Her Daddy drama, and I was waiting for the elevator, and she walks out, and we're waiting awkwardly for the elevator to come, and I was like, fuck this. And I pretended like I forgot something, and I took the stairs down, and when I got to the bottom of the stairs, her elevator opened, and she was like, did you just not want to take the elevator with me? And I was like,
No.
yeah. And I was just
Hey,
like,
dude,
okay,
I
like,
actually-
walked out.
That's rough.
That was rough.
That's
And then
rough.
thank God that was like the last time I saw her until she did like the Tommy show. Yeah.
right.
And I did not
so
make
funny.
yeah.
I actually bumped into Alex Cooper in the office because she wasn't in my peripheral vision.
Yeah, you guys were coworkers.
No.
I thought you were gonna say
she wasn't-
Amsterdam.
No, she wasn't. No, she
Nope.
wasn't in
Nope.
the office like back during like when I started working here again during like the pandemic.
True.
She wasn't in the office that much. So like I didn't like ever see her in person. So like one time I was turning a corner and I just like accidentally like knocked into her. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But like she's kind of shorter than you think in person.
Whoa, I think she's tall.
I don't know.
I think that might be the rundown.
Yeah, that was it.
That's a rundown.
That's it. Thank you, Alex Cooper.